Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Welcome back, Posh Fam. Thank you for joining us. If you are new here, welcome on board the Posh Fam train. Go through my playlist, see what you like, and please subscribe and stay on. Don't forget to share this channel with your friends as well. For my existing, thank you as always. I do appreciate your continued show of support. With that said, let's get into the season finale of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Guys, this particular finale was beyond what I was expecting, okay? And this is saying so much because the season has been a snooze fest. But the last two episodes, like the penultimate episode and now the season finale, kind of packed the punch and it gave what it needed to give. And oh my God, guys. Now, before we get into all that shenanigans, you would all know that I said in my last video that Karen was down for a DUI offense. Apparently, she got caught. She had an accident and I guess was breath tested. Obviously, was intoxicated in the process of, the accident. And now she's now being charged with a DUI offense. That's not the main story. If you know this particular franchise, you would know that on the show, Karen comes off as not wanting to drink alcohol. And it does now appear, according to Cheryl's word, that she might be nursing an alcoholic addiction. Allegedly, guys. We don't know. Because according to Cheryl's word, Karen is being known to like the bottle a lot. Like, she loves the bottle. And there's no surprise where she, on the show, she tries to be tame and not want to even take a sip because of her addiction. And so Cheryl is saying that this might actually be Karen's storyline for next season because they're going to out her, given the fact that there's this breaking news headline about her DUI alleged charges. So we don't know how this is going to play out. However, I have more gossip, and that is the fact that, guys, like I said, the reunion has aired, and guess what? Candace has thrown in the towel. Candace has decided she's not coming back for the next season. She did the final take for this particular season's reunion and gave us a breaking story 2 days ago that according to her, she wants to focus on her music as well as focus on her family. She, however, said that this is not a goodbye, this is just her taking a break. I don't know what this means for Wendy and Karen, because this trio were sort of holding the show and they were holding each other, giving the device in the group dynamic. And speaking of exiting the show, it also appears that Robyn isn't coming back. And thank God for this particular news. Robyn is now being rumored as also being fired. Now with this franchise, they don't all come out to say they have been fired. They just tell you that they're not coming back. So with Robyn gone, that begs the question, what happens to Giselle? Because those two are like 5 and 6 on the show. We really don't know what's going on. Now, I still don't know if Wendy will be giving the card for next season, if Nneka is coming back. I am not excited to see Nneka back. However, I can tell you for a fact that Mia will be coming back because she left us with our mouths hanging. She left me literally speechless in this particular season finale, and we're going to get into it right away. So if you follow the previous episode, there was this altercation between Ashley's friend Deborah, Candace, Kiana, and Wendy.
Where's the ladies' room? Oh my God. What happened? How did I get? I need Candace. Where's she? I don't care. I'm pissed. I know we I know you are. But let's put her first. Let's do that. I need to see her. Nearest hospital. She's gonna be all right. Get that Sesame Street ass up and don't come back. And don't come back. Fly over and don't come back, you cockroach ass bitch. Don't wait over here. No. I'm good. You're good. I'm okay. You're good. I'm okay. I need to Candace. I literally drink in my glass. I just threw a glass on her. The cops in Candace's hair. She's gonna call me to help. And then out of nowhere, Kiana hits me in my face. And then I was she punched you? Yeah, in my face. And then that's when we got on the floor. Deborah. Put your hands on me. You think I'm not gonna say anything? I'm not gonna do anything? I know. I'm sorry. Okay. The girl, Deborah, threw a drink on Candace.
She threw a drink on Candace.
She threw a drink on Candace.
I pushed her out the way, but I don't even know what happened. We were fighting, but she hit me in the head.
If she goes to the hospital, I want to talk to her mom and let her know where she's at. Let's go. I'm with you. I got you first. I got you first. I'm right here with you. Okay, okay.
Hey, don't look at it. Everybody,
Kay is calmer.
I need to rinse my face off.
Yeah, she needs.
Now, whilst this altercation happened, cameras were down. But in the process of the commotion, producers had to say, well, turn on the cameras. We need to capture this particular moment. Now, while it's not clear as to what kickstarted this whole situation or this whole ruckus, I can tell you for a fact that there has been a previous run-in between Candace, Deborah, and Eddie and Wendy. Now, Deborah, as we all know, if you have watched the 2 seasons when she was on the show as a friend, she literally lied on Chris, Candace's husband, as well as on Wendy, saying they were flirting with her. When good thing there were camera footage of that particular moment, and there was nothing of that sort that happened. So it kind of gives you an idea as to who this chick is. She is desperate for a check, and she is going to play her hand as hard as she can to get this check. And I'm calling Ashley to question. Ashley is one messy human being, and I am not sure why she's on the show, but I guess messy works. We need that part of messy. However, there should be a line drawn on the sand as to the level of messiness you can get to, because when you provoke something or someone to violence, you should be held accountable and responsible for that action. I'm just saying, I know the person that is perpetrating violent holds should be held 100% accountable, but there are also parts, there are also pieces that comes together to form a group dynamic that is toxic. And Ashley seemed to enjoy chaos. She seemed to fuel it and then come out and raise her hand to say, my hands are clean, which tells you a lot about Ashley's intentions for the show, basically. She rubs mud on people, however her hands are clear of the mud. Yes, we can see from this whole altercation, Kiana has been hot. She's bleeding from her forehead. Karen is insisting, get the ambulance. Deborah is trying to stay on camera and again defend herself, give her own statement before she is being asked to give a statement. You can also see all of Ashley's cohorts trying to create a storyline to support Deborah's claim. But from what the audio feed captured, it appears Deborah instigated this whole thing. Candace, not one to back down, literally gave her a run for her money. It's just so sad and unfortunate that Kiana got caught in the middle of all of this with a deep cut on her forehead. Now, the ambulance came, took Kiana away. I think Wendy and Karen were en route with Kiana, and as well, I guess Kiana's parents were informed of this unfortunate physical altercation or physical assault, because Deborah literally threw a bottle or a glass Kiana's way. It's quite crazy. Now, Ashley, on the other hand, on her diary sessions or on where she's giving a confessional, she's trying to defend Deborah, also blaming Candace, which I am like, what planet is this girl sitting on? Is she really doing this right now? Yes, Candace has got a big mouth, but I just think sometimes we should call a spade, and not have friends of the show coming to do exploit or create mayhem that can lead to just physical injury. It's quite unbecoming of these women. I mean, I'm all for drama, but it's never to this extent. Physical assault and physical violence should not be tolerated or in its entirety. It shouldn't be tolerated. Absolutely no. Draw the line on what should be acceptable, because there are kids watching the show. In saying that, I guess with all of the ruckus and all of the commotion that ensued, this whole particular fashion show kind of left a sour taste in a lot of people's mind. Well, again, all thanks to Ashley, who has decided to destroy her first launch. You know what I mean? First launch. Now, like I said, there wasn't a lot, but whatever that happened on this particular episode packed the punch. The next thing we saw was the ladies coming together to celebrate the magazine shoot. Remember, Mia had arranged a magazine shoot for the ladies, showcasing their profile in the Maryland Potomac area scene. And so this time the magazine director or whatever decided to have a party to showcase the beautiful photo shoot that happened, and the women were really stunning. They all arrived in their nines, dressed to kill, I would say. And we also see Giselle back from Atlanta. Apparently we can now confirm that her dad has passed away, which is quite sad. But from this particular episode, the dad had undergone surgery for his cancer diagnosis, and she's now back. She wasn't really saying much, but we now can uncover that, because she did reveal at the reunion that she has lost her dad passed away. So we will definitely get to find out if she's willing to share, because she's been very guarded in just talking about the event or the circumstances surrounding her dad's health. But that's who she is. She never ever delves into deep about her personal life, but she is quick to try and unpack others. Well, we move on. They are all there. Apparently, you all know that the event or 2 nights prior, according to the timeline, was going to be the talking point. And Wendy, Candice, they all arrived later, because again, we were waiting for them. Mia and her family were present. They sort of, it was very funny. There's this guy called Ink. Karen accused Mia of having SES relationship with a rapper, and the rapper was there, and for some reason Gordon was introduced to this rapper, and I'm like, what? Well, guys, it gets better. It gets interesting. Just wait for it. Anyway, Mia obviously took the mic, and addressed everyone present as to why the magazine meant a lot to her, and all of the 9 yards. But then I think it got to the particular conversation where that conversation needed to be had, and that was the women coming together to discuss what happened at the fashion launch. Well, and this is where I think Ashley got the, should I say, self-reflection or a kick in the head to understand that her friend Deborah was absolutely out of line. Wendy, I think Karen took the stage and wanted to let the ladies know what was acceptable and what wasn't, and where the boundaries were drawn, or how the women acted on the day. And I think for the one time, they all seem to agree on one thing, that violence is and should not be tolerated. And Deborah will no longer be coming on the show. Thank God for nuisance. And I guess it's all part and clear that you can fight with your words, not your fists. There's nobody that deserves to be affected in this way. Kiana wasn't present, and no surprise that she probably was still recovering from her cut or laceration on her forehead. But we did see her on her confessionals where she tried to explain in part what happened or how she tried to defend herself or de-escalate the situation, but then got caught in the crossfire. This was where the show sort of ended. Okay, this was supposed to be the final hurrah, the final scene for the season. But then, I think 3 months later, according to production timeline, we see Mia and Gordon on our telescreens. Like, I was like, okay, what's going on? Because during the particular finale captures, you hear the women, like you will see stories about what they are now into or what's happening post-production for them. And of course, Mia and Gordon seem to have gone split veil. Mia came on Instagram to reveal that she has decided to step down or step away, walk away from her marriage, you know, and blah blah blah. They are co-parenting very well. But then we see the two of them. Obviously, all of this happened post-production, and so production would like to get their pound of flesh as well as their money's worth for what, you know, or how it all kicked off, because we all knew they were going to counseling. But then apparently, Gordon came to the house to oversee or look after the children whilst Mia was going to go away. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic co-parenting. I quickly kicked off. Gordon decided to let us know, or I think Gordon contacted Wendy and Eddie and some of the boys because they all have a private WhatsApp chat. Gordon decided to spill all that has been happening in his marriage to the boys. They were all shocked. You know, I guess they didn't even know what to make of what was happening. They thought he was, you know, literally cloud chasing. And then with all the breaking news, they found out, oh my God, this is real and it's all happening. And so we get to find out from Gordon that I'm just going to play some of this because to be quite frank, I am flabbergasted as to what I saw.
Okay, first he doesn't want to be called. We can start there. His name is Ink. INC. He said, do not mess with his brand. That's all he has. Ink was someone from my past, high school sweetheart, long time ago. Gordon was aware of me sleeping with him when we first got married because I told him, we went to counseling, moved on from it. It's a very unfortunate situation.
I had a prostate cancer. My organs weren't working like they used to. On my 70th birthday, I said, you know, if you find someone that you think you want to start spending time with, I want you to know I'm okay with that, but I have 2 rules. 1, be discreet. 2, don't get the kids involved. And in this case, you did both. You were careless, coming in at 2 o'clock in the morning. I look at the phone bill, you and he talking from the time you leave wherever to 2 minutes before you get home and get in the garage. Then you would take him around the kids. Go to his house, have the kids there like you were trying to. Juju asked me, Dad, why is mommy trying to replace you with Mr. Ink?
I mean, honestly, Gordon, if you gave me your blessing, then why are you so upset?
Because you were throwing it in my face and you took the kids around him.
Oh my God.
You start rekindling. Maybe April, when I noticed Gordon was just not quite himself. Babe, you went through a whole depression.
Well, went through depression.
You sat on that sofa for 2 months. To see you like that, it was really, really hard. We started to argue, and I grew up
and I know like a lot of things happen behind closed doors. However, I didn't think this is. I mean, like, you watch most of these things from TV, movies. You hear gossips and everything. However, this is me watching the dynamics at play of what an open marriage looks like, and I'm like, oh God, this is not good. I don't like it one bit. And you wanna feel sorry for one of them or the other. But then at the same time, like, guys, you made your bed, just lie on it. But I would like some of the tea, share. And Gordon did share. I don't know. Is Mia Gordon's second, third, or fifth wife? I really don't know, but I know the guy has been married before. I don't know how many times. And that is the thing some of these men don't learn, you know? They think because they have money, temporary, because this money thing doesn't last, they can do whatever they want. And they don't think with here. They think with the other brain. And guys, the other brain will never lead you to the right path. I don't know how else to say this, but you should know your other brain is not, doesn't have the clear mind. It is clouded. Literally, it is clouded in a sea of white substance. So you can never get clarity from that. But again, what do I know? So Gordon married Mia. Mia had a high school sweetheart called Ink. You know, we could use allegedly, but Mia has confirmed. I guess Gordon met her at the strip club, wanted to wife her. He likes to go to the strip club. He admitted that much. Mia saw money and wanted a little bit of a come up. And, you know, at the same time, she could have her high school sweetheart on the side. And this was all they were doing for the last how many years of their marriage. Mia was pretty much doing another guy on the side whilst being married to Gordon. Gordon, in part, agreed to it. According to Gordon, he is what? In his 80s or late 70s or whatever. He's had prostate cancer. And after the prostate surgery that was done, his whatever is no longer working. His second brain is dead. And so he's like, I know you have your needs and you need your needs met, so I'm going to allow you, you know, do your thing, but just don't rub it in my face. But Mia was like, mate, you're not going to tell me what to do. Yeah, I'm going to do it and I'm going to rub it on your face. There's now alleging that one of the kids is not Gordon's, or if at all any of the kids are Gordon's. Oh, Jesus, guys. This is weird. But sweet. It's quite interesting because Mia is unapologetically herself. She said, well, you chose the lifestyle. You just meant to deal with it. You know, that's it. I'm not going to give up my high school sweetheart for you. Yes, now you no longer have money, so what am I doing with you? She quite said that. I was like, oh God, what does this girl have? She's not exactly beautiful, and I'm sorry to have said this. I know I'm the ugliest. However, when I see something that is not quite, you know, top notch, I would be able to discern, you know, and she's not. Regardless of all the makeups on her face, she's not a 5. She's a 3. I am a 0. Oh, guys, I'm going to just tell you now, absolutely. Okay, there's no questions. But she's a 3. And then with all of the plastic surgery she's done and all of the enhancement, we can give her a 3.5. And I'm like, some women have got so much power, because even with this whole situation unfolding before our eyes, Gordon still wants her. I'm like, what is Mia wearing? I need some of that perfume. Oh my God. Guys, it was messy. I know it's taking a long time to give you this commentary, but just hear me out. It was messy. And guess what, guys? On the present day, Mia has gone on to debut her husband, her high school sweetheart. She's now said this is the love of her life. She loves him so much. And the guy stood by him. And she's happy that the guy stood by him while she was with Gordon. And I'm like, who is this ink of a human being to accept this? I don't know. Like, there is someone, a young boy, that will just allow someone else marry his supposedly love of his life and have... Guys, I am confused. If you have the answers, how else this can play out to the way this is playing out, please come on the comment section and share. Because I feel like this is not normal. But however, it is these people's life. Like, how does this happen? Are there stories like this? Because I would think, yes, we might hear rumors, but I don't think it is, practiced where a woman can just be so bold and confident to have two men dying for her affection, begging for her to stay. And she has all the cards in her hands and telling you, you sit there and you sit. Hi! Wow. Some women, I would say, are lucky. I guess. I don't know. Not that I'm envious or jealous. I don't want that. I'm just saying, if you can have one, But there's some that's, gosh. I guess this is going to be the season that we'll need to watch, and that is the next season, because Mia has got a storyline. Mia has to tell us a lot of things. We have questions. Mia has to answer. I am going to unpack the reunion because I hope Andy comes with the questions. I need to know what happened. How did Mia decide to leave her ink and go for Gordon? And what did ink say to her when the decision was made? Did they plan it? Are they in it together? Because apparently she takes her kids to see ink whilst they do. And the kids are like confused because they come back to Gordon and say, Gordon, we don't understand what's going on with our mom. Our mom is telling us this is our dad, but you're our dad. Oh my goodness. And Mia said she did say she's from a traumatic, she had a traumatic childhood. So I can understand why her lifestyle it's chaotic. It transcends, We are our past. We are our trauma. Our future, how we react or how we handle our traumatic past affects our future, becomes our future. It's quite evident this marriage is gone. It's over. However, I don't know why Gordon is still clinging. Gordon is clinging because he's now broke. Mia is tired because Gordon has lost his source of income. His multiple streams of income via their chiropractic business is now in shambles. He's been kicked out from the board. He doesn't have any access to the money from the company. He is suing for funds for his own right to share. And it's not working for Mia. Mia isn't here for the rough time. Mia is only here for the good time. And now that there's no more good time, she is checking out with her man, Ink. Yes, guys. And this is where it ends. Like, I'm gonna play some of, I hope you've watched some of the shots so you just get up to speed. And thanks to Bravo for the video credit and Binge for the story credit, or whatever, story and video credit, Binge and Bravo. Guys, I can't wait to unpack the reunion and see what the conversation is like. As you all know, Candace is out, Robyn is supposedly out. Who else is out? It's gonna be revealed in the coming. There is a massive shake-up for the Potomac franchise. As with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, there is a massive shake-up coming on, and I cannot wait to unpack what happens next season. I want Mia on my screen because this girl needs to tell us the powder she's rubbing on her face to get this man to be rolling over on her feet and kissing her feet, guys. With that said, thank you for making this particular season real with me. For those of you that have subscribed just by following my commentary, I do appreciate your support. Thank you. Stay safe, remain focused, and I'll see you soon. Bye.